FY 2016 grantees, and welcome to the U.S. Department of Justice Office on Violence Against Women Legal Assistance for Victims Grantee Orientation. During the pre-recorded webinar, you will learn about the office and information specific to your LAV grant and some general information about the LAV TA providers. Listen. This webinar has been pre-recorded, and if you have any additional questions, please feel free to email your program specialist directly or the general LAV inbox, which is provided in this slide. LAV staff the LAV unit. Felling is our program assistant. Jan Gaskins and Jan-Sheri Morris are both program specialists. Regina is a senior program specialist, and the lead is Associate Director Lauren Nasikas. The next will provide a brief overview of the Legal Assistance for Victims Grant Program. For more details about the LAV program or other OVW programs, feel free to visit us on the web at www.justice.gov/OVW. This will provide the grant assignments by state for each program specialist. Many of a staff member from OVW's Grant Financial Management Division regarding a budget clearance. If revisions were required, please ensure that those revisions have been made according to the direction of the OVW financial analyst and submit those to our office. According to your special conditions, the grantee agrees to attend and participate in OVW-sponsored technical assistance. Technical assistance includes, but is not limited to, national and regional conferences, audio conferences, webinars, peer-to-peer consultations, and workshops conducted by OVW-designated technical providers. Funds for training are available to all grantees prior to their official budget clearance. These are restricted for training and travel purposes expenses only. As new for 2016, even if you had a current LAV award, you may have restrictions on their award, limits the implementation of multiple awards under the same program. You will need to work with your assigned program specialist to get those special conditions and restrictions removed before you are able to draw down funds on your new award. All awards started on October 1st, 2016 and will end September 30th, 2019. In a grantee will need an extension, the grantee should notify their program specialist 90 days prior to the end date and submit a grant adjustment notice. The point of contact and authorized representative is up to date in the grants management system. Many grantees have several questions associated with their grant. We have provided a few frequently asked questions that may assist you with this process. This area may not always be limited to those proposed service area outlined in the application. Victim of domestic violence, sexual assault, stalking, and dating violence can be provided legal services by your organization. There are some limitations on age that prohibits your LAV grant to provide legal services to victims under the age of 11. LAV funds cannot be used towards transitional housing assistance for victims or used to provide rental assistance. Actual item is not covered under the OVW LAV grant. If the court appoints it, the victim will need to seek additional resources to pay for those services. Limited to services for victims. Ever unsure of what funds can be used for? Please refer to your award documents and special conditions, or feel free to contact your assigned program specialist for additional guidance. Is your grant 51% more sexual assault services to victims? If please review your special conditions regarding the service. If at the moment you believe that your percentage may be lowered, a written notification must be submitted to OVW assigned program specialist requesting new and approval. Twice a year. The grant agrees to submit semi-annual progress reports that describe project activities during the reporting period. Progress reports must be submitted within 30 days after the end date of the reporting periods, which is January 1st through June 30th and July 1st through December 31st for the duration of the award. If progress reports are delinquent, you're required to submit this information online through the management system, GMS, on the annual progress report for relevant OVW grant programs. For the summary of the progress towards achieving the goals and objectives of the award, significant results in any products developed under the award is due 90 days after the end of the award. The progress report should be submitted to the Office on Violence Against Women through the grants management system with a report type indicated as final. Reporting. The agrees that it will submit quarterly financial status reports to OVW online at grants.ojp.usdoj.gov in the SF-425 Federal Financial Report Form, which is available at www.whitehouse.gov. No 30 days after the end of each calendar quarter. Final report shall be submitted no later than 90 days following the end of the award period. The grant specialist about any anticipated changes to the collaborating partner agencies or individuals who are signatures in the Memorandum of Understanding. Always, the victim's safety is top priority for OVW. The grant should be aware of any activities that may compromise their safety and recovery. The grant OVW review and approval case selection criteria used to select clients for grant-funded services. In addition, the grant recipient will submit to OVW for approval criteria for referral to attorneys to accept payment, sliding scale, along with fee schedule. Special condition requirements should be submitted to your assigned OVW program specialist via Jan, and once approved, it will be released from your grant award. This details on the provisions compliance of 42 U.S.C. 13925B2 regarding confidentiality and information sharing. Please note that your project partners, subgrantees are aware of this provision. An important aspect of providing legal assistance to victims. Please ensure that your protocols for storing personal identifying information about victims served with OVW funds are kept private and in a safe and secure manner. Grantees and subgrantees may not disclose personal identifying information about victims served with OVW funds unless release, court order, or statutory requirements. Disclosure from partners to a state, including through the use of databases. Granting partners may share data in an aggregate manner. Need to be written, informed, and reasonably time limited. Grant may not require releases as a condition of service. As their approval is not needed for LAV-funded staff to attend LAV OVW-sponsored events and training. Funds for OVW-sponsored technical assistance may not be used for any other purpose without prior approval by OVW. To attend any of the LAV OVW-sponsored events or training again is not required. All grantees are required to attend and participate in OVW-sponsored technical assistance. For information on the list of OVW-sponsored events, please visit the website provided in this slide for OVW TA calendar, TA directory, and library of TA materials. A few special conditions that grantees should pay close attention to. Continuing obligations to meet program eligibility requirements for grantees providing legal assistance. He agrees that the legal assistance eligibility requirements as set forth below are continuing obligations on the grantee. The legal assistance eligibility requirements are in person providing legal assistance through a program funded under this grant program, has expertise in providing legal assistance to victims of domestic violence, dating violence, sexual assault, or stalking in target population, is partner with entity or person that has demonstrated expertise described above, and has completed or will complete training in connection with domestic violence, stalking, or sexual assault and related legal services, including training on evidence-based risk factors for domestic and dating violence homicide, any training program conducted in satisfaction with the requirements of or will be developed in collaboration with the state, local, territorial, or tribal domestic violence, dating violence, sexual assault, or stalking victim service provider, or coalition, as well as appropriate state, local, territorial, and law enforcement officials. Organization providing legal assistance through this program has informed and will continue to inform state, local, territorial, or tribal domestic violence, dating violence, stalking, or sexual assault programs and collections as appropriate state and local law enforcement officials of their work, and the grantee organizational policies do not require mediation or counseling involving offenders and victims physically together in cases where sexual assault, dating violence, domestic violence, stalking, or sexual abuse is an issue. Provisions on supporting and collaboration with child protective services. That grant funds will not be used to support collaboration with child protective services or other activities related to the intersection of child abuse, protective services, or activities related to the intersection of child abuse and intimate partner violence unless otherwise approved by the Office on Violence Against Women. Likewise, grantees shall not use grant funds to provide representation to child victims of sexual abuse where the jurisdiction child protection system provides the child with counsel or a guardian ad litem. Government services. LAV purpose states that no more than 10% of the funds awarded may be used for the purpose of pro bono legal assistance. This requirement only applies to the entire amount of the LAV grant program, not a specific award. Grant to provide a supervising attorney. The grant is to provide regular and emergency attorney supervision for project attorneys practicing less than 5 years who are providing on-site legal assistance in non-legal settings. Supervision is an important part of LAV grant. This is that each project partner attorney is receiving the proper supervision and mentoring. Staff attorneys with less than 5 years of direct legal service experience in domestic violence and sexual assault must have regular supervision from an experienced attorney with at least 5 years of direct domestic violence and/or sexual assault legal services experience. The grant adjustment notifications, also known as GANs, that each grantee can request for the LAV grant. Additional GAN requests may be changed to point of contact, authorized, or financial representative. Additions are required if your program proposes to make adjustments to your budget that totals more than 10% of your approved budget. Requests for a change of project period cannot be made more than 90 days prior to your project end date. Should be made using your official letterhead, providing an explanation of why your project is requesting to extend the date and the amount remaining of the grant. If it's a non-OVW sponsored event and want to use your technical assistance funds, approval is needed from your OVW assigned program specialist. You submit a program office approval adjustment notice, GAN, via the grants management system. A copy of the event's brochure, curriculum, and agenda, a description of the hosts or trainers, and an estimate breakdown of cost. Ask that the request be made at least 20 days prior to registering for an event. Approval of 10 non-OVW sponsored events will be considered on a case-by-case basis. This request use of OVW designated technical assistance funds to pay a consultant or contractor not designated as an OVW technical assistance provider to develop and or provide training or technical assistance. Collaboration with your project partner is key. OVW encourages grantees to develop internal procedures to ensure all project partners are communicating on a regular basis. Partners should have a copy of the special conditions for their records to eliminate any disconnect about what is LAV grant. Communication with your OVW assigned program specialist. Brief information about the technical assistance providers that are available to all LAV grantees. These are your LAVT projects, but other OVWT projects that are relevant on the TA to TA website and calendar, which is located at WTA, the number 2, TA.org. Ones listed if you are in need of guidance on issues regarding your LAV grant project. Your program specialist is assigned to be there for your support and guidance. If you're ever unsure about your LAV grant project, never hesitate to reach out. Got a question? Well, unfortunately, we can't answer them now. It's pre-recorded, remember? But this slide provides you everything you need to reach us. Thank you again for your service to the community by providing victims with legal assistance.